1. Uncovering the $138 million pirate treasure, the lost shipwreck of Madagascar. 2. Lost pirate treasure ship found after 300 years. $138 million discovery in Madagascar. 3. Uncovering the 300-year-old pirate shipwreck off Madagascar, lost treasure revealed. 4. Pirate treasure uncovered, $138 million shipwreck discovered off Madagascar. 5. Unveiling the eye-watering treasure of a 300-year-old sunken pirate ship. 1. Uncovering the $138 million pirate treasure, the lost shipwreck of Madagascar. It's the kind of story that fuels legends and Hollywood blockbusters, a lost pirate ship, a daring heist on the high seas, and a treasure so vast it's almost unbelievable. But for a dedicated team of researchers, this legend has just become a stunning reality. After an exhaustive 16-year archaeological mission off the coast of Madagascar, the watery grave of a pirate-conquered ship has finally given up its secrets, revealing a treasure hoard valued at an incredible $138 million. The vessel, believed to be a Portuguese ship captured in 1721, was discovered near Sainte-Marie Island, a notorious pirate sanctuary in the 18th century. This monumental find, spearheaded by the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation, isn't just about gold and jewels, it's a time capsule offering a direct window into one of the most audacious pirate raids of the era. The team, under the leadership of Brandon Clifford and Mark Agostini, has meticulously pieced together the story of the ship's final, fateful voyage from Goa to Lisbon. For years, the wreck site was a source of local lore and speculation, but only now, through persistent and careful scientific work, has its immense historical value been truly understood. This discovery powerfully illustrates not only the incredible riches transported by Portuguese galleons but also the critical importance of preserving these submerged chapters of our shared maritime history. The pirate raid and its eye-watering prize. Picture the scene in 1721. A heavily laden Portuguese treasure ship is making its way home from the bustling port of Goa, its holds filled with the riches of the East. Suddenly, it is ambushed and overpowered by a band of pirates. They seize the entire cargo, a haul so immense that lead researchers Brandon Clifford and Mark Agostini described it as an eye-watering treasure even by pirate standards. To put that in perspective, if that same cargo were to be sold on today's market, its value would soar past $138 million. This wasn't just a handful of gold coins. The treasure included precious stones, intricate pottery, and other valuable goods that collectively represented one of the largest pirate fortunes ever documented. The find provides a rare, tangible look at the sheer scale of piracy during its golden age, a time when ruthless captains could amass fortunes that rivaled those of kings by preying on the lucrative trade routes between Europe and Asia. As Clifford and Agostini noted in their report, the sheer magnitude of the haul underscores the powerful, wealth-driven ambitions that defined the era. But here's the part most people miss. This discovery does more than just confirm pirate legends. It provides invaluable data on global trade, economics, and naval conflict in the 18th century. Sainte-Marie Island, the overlooked pirate stronghold. The wreck's location off Sainte-Marie Island is, in itself, a major revelation. According to researcher Mark Agostini, this particular area had been largely neglected by the scientific community. He explained that archaeologists had previously overlooked Sainte-Marie and the scientific treasures it contained. This raises a fascinating and somewhat controversial question. Why was a known historical pirate haven ignored for so long by experts? Was it simply too remote, or did academic focus lie elsewhere, causing a potential treasure trove of historical sites to be missed? With this discovery, the island is now being recast as a crucial location for understanding the operational heart of piracy in the Indian Ocean. Agostini is hopeful that this is just the beginning. Ideally, future fieldwork will lead to more analysis of the many wrecks there, he stated, hinting that Sainte-Marie's waters could be hiding an entire fleet of lost ships. Continued exploration could unveil the complex strategies, networks, and daily lives of the pirate crews who once ruled these seas. A 16-year journey into the deep. Unearthing this incredible story was no quick treasure hunt. It was the result of more than 16 years of painstaking archaeological investigation. The Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation began its comprehensive survey of the site way back in 1999. This long-term commitment involved meticulous excavation, artifact analysis, and the slow, careful process of reconstructing the ship's history. This marathon effort was essential to definitively identify the wreck as the Portuguese treasure ship from the 1721 pirate attack. As Brandon Clifford, a co-founder of the center, confirmed, the identification of the wreck is supported by multiple lines of evidence. This isn't a guess, it's a conclusion built on rigorous scientific methodology. This could include analyzing the ship's construction techniques to match them with early 18th century Portuguese designs, studying the origin and dating of the coins and pottery found, and cross-referencing the findings with historical shipping logs and accounts of the pirate raid. The study has not only brought a fortune to the surface but has also illuminated the ship's final moments, revealing that it was likely crippled by storm damage before being abandoned. The site stands as a powerful testament to the patience of modern archaeology and the profound stories that lie waiting for us beneath the waves. Now, we turn the question to you. What does a discovery like this truly represent? Is it the rightful heritage of Madagascar, the property of Portugal, or a piece of world history belonging to everyone? And what do you think is the most fascinating aspect of the pirates who pulled off this incredible heist? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. 2. Lost pirate treasure ship found after 300 years. $138 million discovery in Madagascar. Unveiling the secrets of the deep, a 300-year-old pirate-plundered treasure ship resurfaces off Madagascar's coast. Imagine stumbling upon a treasure trove worth over $138 million hidden beneath the waves for centuries. This is the astonishing reality for two researchers from the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation in Massachusetts who claim to have discovered the remnants of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a Portuguese warship seized by pirates in 1721 off the coast of Madagascar. But here's where it gets fascinating. This isn't just any ordinary shipwreck. The Nossa Senhora do Cabo was a 700-ton behemoth carrying an extraordinary cargo of gold, silver, precious stones, silks, and even over 200 enslaved individuals from Mozambique. The ship's capture by infamous pirate Olivier the Buzzard Levasseur is etched in history as one of the most dramatic episodes of the golden age of piracy. After 16 years of meticulous research, including underwater excavations utilizing sonar imaging and remote sensing technology, the researchers have finally pieced together the ship's identity. And this is the part most people miss. The discovery was made possible by analyzing the ship's structure, artifacts recovered from the wreckage, and cross-referencing archaeological records. Among the treasures unearthed are religious figurines, wooden and ivory objects, including a depiction of the Virgin Mary and an ivory plaque bearing a religious inscription, all likely crafted in Goa, a Portuguese colony at the time. The cargo's staggering value is estimated to be over $138 million in today's money, comprising 110 diamonds, 250 emeralds, 20 rubies, and 20 sapphires, among other precious items. A treasure trove that's truly eye-watering, even by pirate standards, as described by study authors Brandon Clifford and Mark Agostini. Delving deeper into history, records reveal that the Nossa Senhora do Cabo set sail from Goa in 1721, bound for Lisbon with a Portuguese viceroy, the Archbishop of Goa, and the enslaved individuals on board. The ship's fate was sealed when it was attacked by pirate ships near the French island of Réunion on April 8, 1721. While the viceroy was eventually ransomed, the archbishops and the enslaved people's fates remain a haunting mystery. Controversy alert *, the deliberate sinking or loss of shipwrecks in this era sparks debate among historians. Clifford estimates that between 7 and 10 wrecks lie around Sainte-Marie alone, with Agostini highlighting the site's historical oversight, leaving ample room for future discoveries. We want to hear from you. Do you think the discovery of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo's wreckage will shed new light on the golden age of piracy? Should the site be further explored, potentially uncovering more secrets of the deep? Share your thoughts in the comments below. References *. Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation, https://shipwreckcenter.org/Sainte-Marie-Madagascar. Live Science, https://www.livescience.nce.com/archaeology/year-old pirate plundered shipwreck that once held eye-watering treasure discovered off Madagascar. 3. Uncovering the 300-year-old pirate shipwreck off Madagascar, lost treasure revealed. Imagine a fortune in gold, pearls, and ivory lost to the waves for 3 centuries, a treasure so immense it would be worth over $138 million today. That's the story unfolding with the remarkable discovery of a shipwreck off the coast of Madagascar, believed to be the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a Portuguese vessel plundered by pirates in 1721. For 16 years, A dedicated team of researchers has meticulously investigated this underwater site, and their findings are finally revealing a captivating tale of piracy, wealth, and loss. Archaeologists from the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation have identified the wreck as belonging to the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a ship originating from Goa, India, and en route to Lisbon, Portugal. This identification wasn't a simple leap of faith. It's been painstakingly built upon a convergence of evidence, detailed analysis of the ship's remaining structure, corroboration with historical documentation, and the recovery of significant artifacts. The wreck rests in a small harbor on Nosy Boraha, an island historically known as Sainte-Marie, a notorious haven for pirates during the golden age of piracy, in the early 18th century. The latest details of this fascinating investigation have been published in WreckWatch magazine. But here's where it gets controversial. The narrative of piracy is often romanticized. While tales of swashbuckling adventure capture the imagination, it's crucial to remember the brutal reality of these raids, the violence, the exploitation, and the human cost. This wreck isn't just about treasure. It's a tangible link to a complex and often dark period of history. Among the recovered artifacts are beautifully crafted devotional figurines, objects fashioned from wood and ivory, and poignant religious symbols. A particularly striking find is an ivory plaque inscribed with the letters ANRI, in gold, a reference to the inscription placed above Jesus Christ during his crucifixion, signifying Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. These objects suggest the ship carried not only valuable cargo but also items of deep personal and religious significance for those on board. The artifacts are believed to have originated in Goa, a major Portuguese colonial center, and were destined for Portugal. The story takes a dramatic turn when we learn the Nossa Senhora do Cabo was intercepted and captured by pirates near Reunion Island on April 8, 1721. The ship was already vulnerable, having sustained damage in a storm and jettisoned its cannons to remain afloat, making it an easier target. On board were the outgoing Portuguese viceroy and the Archbishop of Goa. While the viceroy was eventually ransomed, the fate of the archbishop remains unknown. And this is the part most people miss. The ship also carried approximately 200 enslaved people from Mozambique. Sadly, historical records are silent regarding their ultimate destiny, a stark reminder of the often overlooked human tragedy intertwined with tales of pirate plunder. According to historical accounts, including Dennis Piat's book Pirates and Privateers in Mauritius, the ship's cargo included gold ingots and chests brimming with pearls. The sheer scale of the treasure is described as an eye-watering treasure, even by pirate standards. The pirates subsequently sailed the captured vessel to Madagascar, specifically Île Sainte-Marie, to divide their spoils. This island was strategically chosen due to its sheltered harbors, proximity to vital shipping routes, and, crucially, its lack of strong colonial governance, making it an ideal base of operations for pirates. Researchers estimate that between 7 and 10 shipwrecks lie near Île Sainte-Marie, remnants of the golden age of piracy, with at least 4 pirate wrecks or their prizes located within the harbor itself. To date, over 3,300 artifacts have been recovered from the Nossa Senhora do Cabo wreck, though challenging conditions, particularly the thick layers of silt and sand, continue to hinder further discoveries. Archaeologists previously underestimated the historical and scientific importance of Île Sainte-Marie, and future fieldwork promises to unlock even more secrets hidden beneath the waves. It's important to note a recent correction to the story. Initial reports mentioning a gold and ruby-encrusted cross on board have been retracted. While the cross was referenced in a book about the shipwreck, further investigation suggests it may be a historical embellishment. This highlights the importance of rigorous fact-checking and ongoing research in archaeological investigations. This discovery offers a unique window into a fascinating, yet often brutal period of maritime history. What does this find tell us about the lives of those who sailed these waters, of the pirates, the merchants, the enslaved, and the religious figures? Do you think the romanticized image of pirates overshadows the realities of their actions? And how should we balance the desire to explore and recover historical artifacts with the ethical considerations of disturbing potentially sensitive sites? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. 4. Pirate treasure uncovered, $138 million shipwreck discovered off Madagascar. Imagine stumbling upon a pirate shipwreck off the coast of Madagascar that could be hiding treasure worth over $138 million. This is not just a tale from a novel but a real possibility that has captured the imagination of historians and treasure hunters alike. But here's where it gets controversial. The identity of this shipwreck, potentially the Portuguese vessel Nossa Senhora do Cabo, attacked by pirates in 1721, has sparked heated debates among experts and enthusiasts. Could this discovery rewrite what we know about piracy and maritime history in the Indian Ocean? For 16 years, experts from the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation have been meticulously studying this underwater site near Madagascar, combining ship design analysis, historical records, and recovered artifacts to piece together the story behind the wreck. Their strong conviction is that this is the fabled Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a ship journeying from India to Lisbon that fell victim to pirates led by the infamous Olivier Levasseur, one of the most feared pirates of his time. Located in the tranquil harbor near Nosy Boraha, known historically as Sainte-Marie, this area was a notorious pirate haven in the early 18th century. The island's isolated position, calm seas, and lack of colonial enforcement made it the perfect hideout for pirates to regroup and divide their plunder. Recent discoveries from this site have even made headlines in WreckWatch magazine, highlighting the importance of the location. Brandon Clifford, co-founder and director of the Preservation Center, explains that the investigation draws on a variety of evidence, from ship construction features to poignant relics recovered from the wreck. Among the most remarkable finds are wooden and ivory religious artifacts, such as a finely crafted depiction of the Virgin Mary and a partial crucifix. One particularly striking plaque bears the Latin inscription INRI, which translates to Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, hinting at the strong religious symbolism on board. The cargo is believed to have originated from Goa, a Portuguese colony on India's west coast, where the ship set sail in early 1721. Historical documents suggest it carried highly valuable items, including gold, pearls, and religious artworks, alongside two notable passengers, the outgoing Portuguese viceroy and the Archbishop of Goa. This highlights how such voyages were not just commercial expeditions but also carried significant political and religious figures. The ship met its tragic fate on April 8, 1721, near Réunion Island after becoming vulnerable due to storm damage and the loss of many cannons, which left it defenseless against pirate attackers. Although the viceroy was eventually freed after a ransom was paid, the fate of the archbishop remains a mystery, as does the tragic story of approximately 200 enslaved Mozambicans reportedly on board, a somber reminder of the darker aspects of maritime history. Estimations from Brandon Clifford and Brown University archaeologist Mark Agostini suggest the treasure seized by pirates could be worth upwards of $138 million today. After the raid, pirates allegedly sailed the ship about 400 miles to Madagascar to split the loot, further cementing Sainte-Marie's role as a pirate stronghold. During the peak of piracy, between 7 and 10 ships were either deliberately sunk or wrecked near the island. Clifford believes at least 4 of these might still lie beneath the harbor, possibly waiting to reveal more secrets. To date, over 3,300 artifacts have been recovered from the site, according to Agostini, but excavations continue to face challenges such as thick sediment layers covering the wreckage. The site has been largely neglected by researchers until now, and there is hope that further exploration could illuminate a fascinating yet often overlooked chapter of maritime and pirate history. So, what do you think? Could this discovery finally prove the link between one of history's most notorious pirate raids and a spectacular treasure hoard? Or is it possible that the true story is even more complex than it seems? Share your thoughts. Do you believe this is the legendary Nossa Senhora do Cabo? Or is this just another case of pirate lore growing larger than life? The debate is wide open, and your perspective could add a new dimension to this captivating saga. 5. Unveiling the eye-watering treasure of a 300-year-old sunken pirate ship. Imagine uncovering a shipwreck that has been hidden beneath the waves for over 300 years, filled with what could be described as an astonishing treasure, yet most of it was lost to pirates long ago. This is exactly what marine archaeologists are now revealing. After nearly a decade and a half of meticulous exploration, experts believe they have identified the remains of a Portuguese treasure vessel that was seized by pirates during the early 18th century. The shipwreck, located in a small harbor on Nosy Boraha Island off Madagascar's northeastern coast, an area historically known as Sainte-Marie, has been the focus of intense research by the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation. The vessel is believed to be the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, which was captured in 1721 while transporting valuable cargo from India. During its ill-fated voyage, the ship was attacked by a fleet of pirate ships, including one commanded by the infamous Captain Olivier the Buzzard Levasseur. This event took place during what many historians call the Golden Age of piracy, a time when pirates roamed the seas, targeting valuable merchant ships. The wreck now rests beneath the water, a silent witness to a turbulent chapter of maritime history. What makes this discovery truly remarkable is the cargo it carried. Among the treasures recovered are gold ingots, chests brimming with pearls, and religious artifacts. Experts describe the haul as an eye-watering treasure even by pirate standards, with estimates suggesting its value could surpass £108 million in today's money. While the ship's viceroy was later ransomed, the fate of the archbishop on board remains a mystery, and records about the approximately 200 enslaved individuals from Mozambique aboard the vessel are also unclear. The religious artifacts recovered, such as wooden and ivory figurines, including a depiction of the Virgin Mary, a crucifix, and an ivory plaque inscribed with Sainte-Marie, are believed to have been crafted in Goa, then Portugal's Indian colony. These items were likely on their way to Lisbon, highlighting the ship's role in the broader trade network of the time. Brandon Clifford, co-founder and director of the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation, explains that the identification of this ship is supported by multiple lines of evidence. This includes detailed analysis of the ship's structure, historical records, and the recovered artifacts. Over 3,300 artifacts have been recovered so far, though ongoing efforts are hampered by layers of silt and sand that cover the site, making further excavation challenging. And here's where it gets controversial. Some experts argue that the true extent of the treasure and the stories behind these artifacts are still shrouded in mystery. Could there be even more hidden riches beneath the seabed? And what about the stories of the enslaved people and the archbishop? Are they lost forever, or waiting to be uncovered? So, what do you think? Is this discovery a priceless window into the past, or just a shipwreck with a lot of lost treasure? Share your thoughts and opinions. Do you believe there's more to uncover, or is this the final chapter in this maritime saga?